We should be live. We should be live. We'll see what happens. So, chat is waiting for your new messages. 3 of 3, it says it's working. What if I just type hello? Let's see what happens. So that went to YouTube, and why is Facebook read only? Let's look. Read only. I can only read Facebook. Well, it'd be nice if I could even just read it. Comment from Facebook. You will also be able to send a message to all your channel. Upon accessing Restream chat, let's try this. All right. Okay, here we go. Welcome to this stream, I guess. We should be live on the Twitter, the YouTubes, Trovo, and Facebook. But in order to see Facebook, I will have to, I guess, have a window open with Facebook on it. What a pain in the rear. What a pain in the rear. Anyone who's watching on whatever platform, I'm trying to work out the kinks so that I can see what everyone's saying. Apparently I'm having issues right now, but we'll test it out. I would love it if anyone could try chatting on Twitter or Facebook to see what happens, but you know, I'll forgive you if you don't. Technically I should be live right now. Let's see, how do I go to my... I am live. Well, I am live. All right. I've got one viewer. It's probably myself. Here's the problem. I have to figure out how to see Facebook and Twitter. I swear I'm going to get this worked out because I think this is pretty awesome if I could figure it all out. One thing that was highly disappointing for me that I found out earlier today is if I stream... Oh, there's Facebook. If I stream on... If I stream through Restream, it does not save my live footage to YouTube. I have no idea why that is because I am currently on YouTube, but it doesn't save anything out, which is really weird. Really strange to me. Anyway, we're just going to do this. We are live. So I've got like a lunch hour here. I've got an hour to work on this little kid's hair. I want to try out some different things. This is going to be a work in progress, which means we're going to test out different things before we come to that finished conclusion. So I want to test out some different methods for making the hair on this little boy. He is a low poly model. I am going a little bit more high poly than usual on him, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see here. Before we get started. Just one moment. I will be right back. This is awesome. Okay, 1 second. We have some technical difficulties. I will be right back. We're back. We're back. We're testing Restream out. We've got a little time to do some modeling, some 3D modeling. And look at this. Oh no. Oh, I made a big mistake. I moved my... Why does this do this? All these items were here. I'm going to try this out. So I should be able to... reset this image. Which one was this? This was Duckboy body side. So we're gonna go find it. So here's what you do. Here's what you do to fix these. I moved everything to my main file. Duckboy body side. Oh, where was that? Here we go. That wasn't it. Here we go. Duckboy body set. Oh, because they weren't in the root folder. So let's see if this fixes it. So if I hit OK on that one, and then save, and then reopen my file. If not, I'm going to reset all these, because that's what everyone wants to see today, is me fixing my files. Okay, so we'll save it, open it back up, and see if it all fixes. Usually if you have everything in the root folder, it all automatically connects, even if you move the files. But since they're all in subfiles, nope, I'm gonna have to do them all one by one, which is fine. I don't want to move the folder again, so we're gonna leave it here. I could set the file, whatever. Oops. Okay, we'll just leave these on here now, because this is what we're working on. So it looks like if I'm not mistaken, we have a viewer on YouTube. I'm still testing this out. So Twitter does not connect to Restream. So if anyone is chatting with me on Twitter, I cannot see it unless I go to Twitter. So now I'm on Twitter. There's no way to tell a one viewer, and that's probably moi. I have not done a lot of streaming on Twitter. And then on Facebook, where's my Facebook one? I have to open up a new one. There's Facebook. And then on Facebook, we have one viewer as well. Welcome everybody to the stream. Testing this out, powered by Restream. I'm trying out Restream. There are some things I really don't like about it. One of the biggies is the chat integration. If I could figure out the chat integration, have it all show up on my OBS panel, I'd be a happy camper. I know I can stream through the web browser version of Restream, but then I don't use all my overlays and all the stuff I have set up in OBS, which would be sad. So here's the hair I'm working on currently. Trying to decide how much I want it to really match up with what is going on with his head. I kind of like the way it's going. So notice right now, I think what I want to do is I want everything. I think I'm going to start going all unique here. I was going to do half and half, but I think what I want to happen here is I want a nice line to travel from these center hair bits, and I may find some reference here soon. But I want them to travel into the cowlick, kind of the centerpiece over here. So what does that mean? I don't know. Let's see. Where would be the, I think it would be about this point right here. So we'll just use that as a reference. So essentially, we're just going to redraw some of our lines to go right here. We're going to have it all meet up where a hair should meet up. Why aren't you doing what I want you to do? There we go. Oh, because it's still, okay. So the whole thing is still all shared on each side. So what I'm going to do, this is going to break it. And that's fine. So I'm going to separate this. So now this stuff will all still be symmetrical. And maybe we'll leave it that way. And then because the sides I can see being exactly the same, this section where I'm all trying to get it all to flow into one center bit could all be the same, and then these could be symmetrical on that side. Who knows how I'll end up doing this, but that is what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to go mesh separate, see if that pops out. So this should, it's actually not going to work because I need to just have one section of it grabbed. Okay, mesh separate. Boom. Okay. No, you're not working. What is your problem, bruh? When I tell you to separate, you separate. You don't argue with me. Extract, not separate. Dude, I was using the wrong thing. Okay, mesh extract. Here we go. Boom. That's what I had meant to do. And that looks like it still has the same pivot point, which is great. You're not duplicating special? Oh no. What the heck? Oh, had I not duplicate special with this one? Okay, we want an instance, -1, apply. There we go. And these two will actually just combine. Merge the centers. Okay. That's more better. More better. Oh, I forgot about the music. We should get some music. So we have all this background noise behind us. Oh, I think I accidentally closed my Spotify. Heaven forbid, this is why we're having this stream right now. This disaster stream. Because it's a mess. It's a hot mess right now. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this was this centerpiece. Kind of flowed out the way I wanted it to. Let's do this one now. So I'm going to just move them where I want it to keep that flow. They're all going to flow to that center. This one especially is kind of weird. Why did that stop? Why did my music stop? We'll only do one song? Stream beats, chiptune. Let's listen to some Holiday. What happens? I don't know. Oh, you have to click on the Spotify button. Let's just do that. So I clicked on Spotify, opening Spotify. Anybody watching on YouTube, Trovo, Facebook, or Twitter, welcome. I'm still trying to get things figured out for my art streams on here, but I appreciate anyone who's stopping by. If you have any questions, please, please, please hit me up. I'd love to chat. Essentially, I'm working on a character model for a mobile game I'm working on. Sometimes I only have lunchtime to work on these, so this is my hour. I'm trying to expand my audience through an app called Restream.io. I'm really not happy with it at the moment. It does allow me to restream to YouTube, Trovo, Facebook, and Twitter all at the same time, but I'm having issues merging all the chat together, and it really is worthless to me to be streaming and not be able to see what my audience is saying. Sure. You could watch me, I guess, as a creepy voyeur, but I want people to be able to chat with me. Part of the reason I stream is because I like the connection. Just one moment. So if anyone is watching on YouTube or I guess Facebook, Facebook is read only. Facebook, if anyone is watching on Facebook right now, would you please message me? I'll leave a comment. I want to see if it at least shows up in my chat dialogue, because then at least I could say something to you, even if I can't chat in it, you know? This is catchy music. I'm still using the... Okay, so this one, same thing. I want it to wind on over. That one actually looks weird. So this one should flow a little bit. This one should actually flow to the center of these. So I'm just going to collapse these edges. Not too bad. We're gonna figure this out one way or another. All right, let's see what's going on. So in the restream, this thing doesn't say anything, doesn't give me any information. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so nobody in the chat for anywhere. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Nobody's watching, nobody's listening. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's loud and clear. Miguel. Miguel says, I hope the chat thing gets sorted out. Me too, Miguel. It's so good to see you, my friend. For the time being, though, I've got the Facebook chat open on one side of the screen so I can kind of, I guess, sit and look around while I'm working. It's really uncomfortable though. What a lot of people do, and I think this is a really crappy workaround, is the edge ring and split on these guys, is they do an overlay on the screen. I see a lot of streamers do that too. I'm not as big a fan of that, honestly. So I'm gonna push these ones down slightly. This edge, I'm gonna get rid of this. Don't need it, don't want it, don't need it. And the same on this side. Except for, maybe I do want that because this is where my baseline is gonna be for this side of the hair. So maybe we'll, at one point we'll have a part in the hair somewhere. If anyone's watching this, this is me just playing this all by ear. Just trying to figure out how I want this hair to flow. So when I'm thinking about this, I'm kind of thinking like a Ken doll type of situation here. A plastic kind of sheet of hair, like a one piece kind of molded plastic is kind of my vision. Miguel says, nice model so far. Thank you. I mean, it's pretty simple, right, Miguel? I mean, I'm not going for complexity. I'm a simple man with a simple tastes. But this is a mobile game, so we want to have nice, simple, efficient modeling. I'll show you off the, let's show you what the concept looks like though, if you'd like to see. Actually, I don't know where I have the concept now. Where's my concept art? I don't have the concept art up. This is the revision though. So I had sent in the first pass of the model. My concept artist, Joe Olson, is doing the concept art, so he did some line overs of this character, including the body that would be underneath. So that's what I'm working on now, is the base body that will be underneath the character. So we can get that all nailed out, and then that will be our main running character in our game. But Miguel, so awesome to see you on the Facebooks, my friend. I hope I can get this figured out. FYI, later tonight I will actually be on Twitch. Which reminds me, I need to hurry and do something really quick. Oh my gosh. Nope, I'm gonna wait. Okay, this was a bottom piece as well. I should get some colic reference images out, but I'm not yet. Since I actually feel like this piece should go a little bit more like that. And since this is all just one piece, it's going to be, I'm just going to merge this all together. And then I will have to combine the rest as well. That's okay. Sorry, everybody. All right, there we go.
break free? Make your dream vacation a reality with Norwegian Cruise Line and sail to the Caribbean, Europe, and more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom and confidence. Book today and enjoy 30% off all cruises, free open bar, and much more. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free.
Okay.
Ships registry to Bahamas and
We're
US
back.
restrictions
We're back.
apply.
Unjoke your sleep at Mattress Firm's Cyber Week sale and wake up a better you. Shop in-store or online and save up to $500.
Jared Bunner, how the heck are you, my friend?
Queen or a queen for a twin.
I am. I'm trying to multi-stream here. We're streaming everywhere but Twitch. Testing it out. But I haven't got the chat working correctly yet, so it's a little bit of a pain in the rear.
Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. See details at Mattress
Total pain in the rear. But I'm doing a lunch model right now.
Yes, I can.
I actually do not like the way. So this seems like it all should kind of spiral this way, and like this is where the calic is right here. But it seems like it should have a big arc going around this way, and I'm not excited about. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Really, I think time will tell. We're just going to continue on. Maybe it's not that big a deal, and I'm just making too big a deal out of it. But to me, this is the funnest part of modeling, is just noodling stuff. Noodles. Oodles and oodles of noodles. Nice, you're working. So, Jared, you're working in Maya as well right now. That's awesome. I am thinking about quitting Maya and going to Blender. I am sick of the crashes, man. It's getting to be too much. I never thought I would say that, but I think I'm getting persnickety in my old age. We're gonna create a nice big pole over here. We're just gonna bring them all in here. A whole bunch of triangles. It's gonna be a triangle party. Miguel says, same here, haha, I'll probably learn some Blender and Unreal as my New Year's resolution. I think I'm also going to add, you know, maybe this is why people use the overlaid chat, so they can read it all. Luckily, Teddy Maria hopped into my YouTube chat and left me a link to some spam. So don't click on that, everybody. Ignore that. I don't know what it is. I cannot verify. More than likely, Teddy Morella is a bot, unless they're not. Usually they'll let you know if they're not a bot. Have they programmed bots to say I'm not a bot yet? When, like, to listen to that voice? So they can say, hey, I'm not a bot, I'm just spamming your chat, bro. Just taking advantage of your community. Unless Vask.tech is a something to help my chat out. Someone said the stuff you're doing. So I was using 2020 the other day. Whenever, I'll tell you what I was doing, Jared. I'll tell you what I was doing. I was opening up my Hypershade. 100% repeatable crash. And then in 2022, I was I was going to a ring. I was splitting a ring. Pretty complex stuff. I'm not even in sub to ease, and it was just crashing on me left and right. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. And it's fine. It is what it is. These lines, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them right now. These edge loops, but we're just going to keep them for the moment. Let's fix you up, though. Blender, dude, I'll tell you what, Blender is impressing me more and more. I mean, I think it was scoffed and laughed at a short while ago. But I was actually... Jared, I'm not sure where you're working at these days, but I was actually talking to somebody visiting my chat. Yeah, a couple days ago, who works for Certain Affinity, and they were saying that a lot of their artists are using Blender. And basically, the company doesn't care what you use to create stuff. Which makes sense to me, right? Shouldn't matter. Do 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 do. So interesting. So Facebook does show you how many people are watching. That's awesome. My question, Jared, do you do much streaming? Because I'm wondering, this is my question for everybody. So my whole reason for doing this restream thing was actually so I could get into more YouTube streaming. Because that's a platform I see as something you can grow and get more traction on. But as I was streaming it, YouTube allows you to multi-stream to other platforms as well. And so I thought, why not? On paper, it makes sense. Why not broaden your audience by streaming on multiple platforms? But I'm not convinced. Jared says I would like to stream. Aren't you working in Maya right now, Jared? How do you not have time? Couldn't you just turn on the stream and just work? Or is it that you can't show off your work stuff? Which makes sense too. Since I am essentially working on my own project here, there are no NDAs. Although maybe what I should do is require anybody watching my channel to sign an NDA. That's an idea to discourage people from watching. Kind of like this. Kind of like the way that's going. This one is weird though. Should be up higher. Yes to the NDA, I'm told. Jared says they also have some weird Hypershade bug. It just wouldn't open up one day. I figured if I deleted my local preferences folder. Yeah, I tried that. I tried restarting the computer. All the typical things. Currently still working in automotive. Oh, that would be so fun to watch, though. That would be so fun to watch. Okay, let's fix this now. So, okay, so I kind of have at least the start of this. So what I'm going to do eventually is I'm actually going to pull up these. Actually, we could do it now. Let's dress this up a little better. So here's what I'm thinking. We're just going to eyeball this stuff. But I'm kind of wondering if this didn't give more volume to the hair. As it were. Probably a better way to do this. I should just grab extrude this by normals, but we're just eyeballing it. You see that? That's kind of what I'm thinking to give a little bit more rounded forms on this, the hair here. See how it works. One of the things I like doing it this way too is you get those little imperfections. So it's just not super clean. And then we'll adjust more of it later. I'm gonna middle this out here. And it's nice. This is really nice too for me because it gets me back into Maya. I've been doing Unreal so much this semester that I just enjoy just taking it easy and working on these projects, these personal things. Okay, and then let's raise this one up too. All right, so that kind of gives it's a little bit bumpy, but a little bit better. So let's see how that compares to the other ones. So let's turn off that, and let's smooth this out. There, see that? I kind of like that. Kind of subtle, but I kind of like the look of it. And admittedly, the concept art was it looks a lot flatter on the head, like it's almost just painted on. But I kind of like the definition there. Reinstall Windows. Oh my goodness, I'm getting to that point. I am getting to that point. This is going to be a lot of noodling. Miguel asks, what are you planning on doing for textures? Are you going to do PBR or just a color map for this one? Just color. I think it's going to be color and maybe specular for this. Yeah, since it's a mobile game, I want it to be, it's going to be more of a flat shaded type cartoony look to it. And then we may use some of the stuff that comes with Unreal to help push it a little bit more. But it's not going to be a PBR. It's going to be very, at least my plan is to go very stylized and simple. His face, like his eyes and his mouth, are just going to be texture. Either decals or just painted right on, just like what you see back there. I need to find the source image. Let me show you what it is going to look like. Actually, it is in here, so I should be able to find it. It should have been in one of these. It should have been one of these. FBX. TGA. Oh, my images. Here we go. This was the original concept from the start of the project. So this is what I made the initial models based on. I like the rounded version better than the blocky version. So this is the start of our main character for our game. And then so I quickly did some blockouts, so just really rough based on that, and sent those back to the concept artist because obviously the hands were in the pocket, so I put it in T-pose and then gave the artist the front, side, and back versions because while I do consider myself a little bit of the art as an artist, but this project is not my vision, so I sent this back to our concept artist, and then he gave me the new updated versions. Part of the reasons I like to do it this way, nice and slow too, is that anybody watching can get a taste for, you know, how it's typically done in industry. Is there is a lot of back and forth between the artist and the modeler. That usually it's not just like a one-man show doing all that. So even with all of this, my expectation is I will take a much longer pass on all of the character and then send it back to him and see what he says, and I will plan on making even more adjustments after that. So that's my plan.
Smith comes to Disney Plus.
I've got a confession to make.
Oh, Will Smith
I've
is
never
coming to
climbed
Disney
a mountain.
Plus. That's great.
I'm beginning to think that I might be missing something. I asked
Okay.
the best modern-day explorers, take me to the ends of the earth. I sure hope you know where you're going.
I hope so too.
We're getting deep.
Inside the sub at 3,000 feet. I'm so putting this in a movie.
All right, so there's his hair. It's coming along. So you can see where
National Geographic's Welcome to Earth.
I'm gonna try and fix some of these.
Disney Plus.
Actually, we can grab the whole thing. I'm gonna soften the edges. And then, actually, what I want to do is just to see how it looks is harden the center edges. So like these guys and these guys, really, that's it.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/21. Residents of 50 USD.
Excuse me, a little bit of a sneeze there.
Account. Void where prohibited. See rules at Lowe's.com/ultimate garage for entry instructions, odds, prices, etc.
There we go.
Sponsored Lowe's.
At the Coca-Cola Company, we used over 140.
So you can harden those middle edges. You can see it defines that those shapes even a little bit more.
Even more. Recycle one bottle, help remake another. Who knows? Your empty Coke could be a future
Miguel
concept.
says there are some things when you don't see the concept until you model it and see what works out and what doesn't. Exactly. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth.
Each one we sell by 2030. Recycle and re-enjoy it.
So we'll see. So even this, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm trying to. I probably will. Probably for the next little bit, I'll probably grab some references from someone's head to see the natural shapes of the calic. But I'm trying to stylize the whole thing. So then you see these little hairs that are popping up in the back. I imagine those would come right out of this centerpiece here. So I'm creating a little pole there. So it's taken me a little time to model this, but I'm not in a huge hurry, right? So it's okay. And I may end up just scrapping it and trying something else, but we'll see what happens. But no joke, Miguel and Jared, it's so awesome to have you guys popping in. Okay, let's start. I'm just gonna follow this where I want it to go. So this is gonna go around the ear, and we'll just drop back down like that. Trim. It's just like giving a real haircut, really, a real polygonal haircut. So this little bit, I almost wonder if I should have. So this is the thing. At some point, the hair needs to come swooping down from this, like at this angle. So this would be a part in the hair, I imagine, and this would be another part. So it'd be a double part. I'm not crazy about it, but it might work. And then at some point, I might have to stick the ear. I might actually just put the ear in. I'm actually okay with it just being stubbed in, but we could swap it in there a little bit more. But I'm actually going to make the ear look just a little bit better, at least. Round it out a little bit. So here's the thing. So my background, and I have been in the game a little bit longer than you, Jared and Miguel. And I am used to just using just absolute minimal polygons. But the feedback we're getting from industry is go ahead and use more polygons. I don't know how much that accounts for mobile games as well, but I think I'm gonna go heavier on this, and then if we are having performance issues, then I will back down instead of just being overly cautious at the beginning. What is your hot take on that, my friends? Oh, Jared says we should co-stream sometime. We absolutely should. What do you want to co-stream? Video games, artwork, 3D modeling? Just do a co-stream so we can chat it up. Like, what are your thoughts? As you can tell, I'm intrigued by the idea. All right, we're gonna play around with this ear a little bit more. I could have just extruded the interior of this ear. That probably would have been easier. Maya noodling. I love it. You know, I need a lot more practice in Maya, my friend. I need a lot of more practice in everything. Part of my problem too is like, it's interesting. This whole streaming thing is interesting. I would love to do a stream with you. What's fascinating too is like looking over my my microphone to see what I'm doing. I was actually going to pull this in, but I realized that would kind of mess things up. So I think I actually need another round of edge loops if I'm going to do anything with this that I want to do. And then I'm going to stop noodling on this here. I'm giving it way more detail than I need to. But here's what we'll do. We'll just cut this one off from here and do the same thing again. Now I'm getting way too high polygon on this crap. I just need to stop. Miguel, an illustration app would be awesome. Hey, are either of you gonna come and hang out at EAE Play this Friday? It's gonna be online, and then in the spring it will be in person. Okay, now I can do this. Should just grab the faces instead. Grab that one too. Make a little bit of a spoon there. There we go. I don't know. EA Play, good question. Let me look it up. This probably goes to EAE Play Games. Here we go. It is 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll share the link in Gary Mama Clay, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I'm still testing out the whole restream stuff, so I've got chat hanging out all over the place. Okay, so anyone watching on Facebook, here is the link. I wonder if Facebook or Twitter saves these VODs after I'm done. Because I'm telling you, one of the things I'm really disappointed is I did a big streaming session yesterday, and YouTube deleted it. So what I could do, honestly, I could do this. I want to see what you guys think. And this part of the hair could just round out here. We'll finish it off with this. But if we rounded this out like that, and it just kind of came around the side, I think his back version, it was like flattened, but I think rounded is fine. He can always change it later. But I mean, this could be it. This could be like done, right? Let's see how this looks. We'll just combine all this. I mean, not done, but I mean, kind of done. Okay, mesh combine. Let's see how it looks. Done as in done for now. Okay, no more mesh display, soften edges. I mean, that could be the hair, right? Like, if we just... I mean, I know there's some cleanup to do. I know there's some issues. The edges have to then be extruded down to go inside. But the question is, how much craziness do I want to put into this? We could just have this would be the expensive part, which would be up top. And then also that would poke down through the hat. Then we could take it much easier on the rest of it. I'm going to go back. I'm actually still undecided, so we're going to undo all that. Still got some decisions to make there. But in the meantime, let's use our where's the create? Where did they move everything? Create polygon tool here. Oh, interesting. What the heck? So when I post a comment in Facebook, it appears in my Restream chat. When everybody else posts in Facebook, it doesn't. What the heck? That's not... That makes me wonder if I post a comment on Twitter, will that show up? No. No, because Twitter's not counting as it connected. All right, let's just checking myself out on Trovo as well. I'm kind of disappointed. And I understand, like, with Restream, these kind of third-party companies have to, like, figure things out between platforms, but I'm not crazy about it. This is kind of ugly. That needs to be tapered, but whatever. So the idea was, and really, it would go all the way down to that spot. So in order to pop out as high as what the concept art has it as, it really needs to be all the way down there. All right, so we're gonna do something different here. This will be the last thing I probably do today. So just so I don't have to eyeball stuff as much, let's just look at this. We know what needs to come up from there. So we will just do create curve tool, CV or EP, I don't really care. And we'll start from here and we will just go boom, 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 and we'll leave it there. Perfect. And we don't want this to stick straight up, so we'll do something like this.
'Twas the season of cheer.
That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now let's go crazy bananas and create a
The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without
cube.
doubt.
Work, Peloton.
When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
You can do it.
The original Peloton bike is our best price ever, $39 a month. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Hey, next up for karaoke is Kara. Let's hear it for her, huh?
Grab that, grab that. And extrude. Boom. Okay, divisions. Let's just do 8. And let's
When you need a taco, you need a taco. Introducing Taco
what do we
Bell's
want here?
double steak grilled cheese burrito.
Where are all my options in here? There used to be a bunch of options.
To the steak quesadilla.
From city streets to back roads. From road warrior to carpool.
There we go.
There are some things
Wow, there's a lot more attributes than it used to be. It used to be a lot easier. Divisions, there we go. Smoothing, local distance. Where's taper?
America's most trusted auto battery. No matter where
Is taper not on here anymore?
Count on Die Hard to get you started on the road ahead. Available at your local Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest stores.
Will that taper it? Thickness. You've been using a lot. Quad draws are great. I should have used quad draw for the hair as well. It would have helped a lot. But I'm wondering, there used to be a lot more options on here, I swear. Poly extrude face. Taper curve. Oh, there we go. Well, that is weird, but that, I mean, that works. Interesting. Wow, I hate it. I hate it a lot. Oh, here we go. Taper. Boom. So we actually want to taper it this way. And we could even twist it. So I wish the bottom were bigger though, so we could taper it in the opposite direction. So then, because that tapers it correctly, but I want it thicker. So let's try and adjust the overall thickness. Does this change anything? 1. No. Local scale. That doesn't change it either. Oh, that did change it. Okay, you know what? This'll work. This'll work. We'll make do with what we have. I actually like how it twisted it. Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll go back to the old eyeball method. And we'll just play around with it. And I actually think the subdivisions are way too high too. Get rid of our original piece. And I kind of think we needed one more here. I messed it up. Oh shoot, this is where I need to save it, because I tell you, just adding an edge loop sometimes crashes Maya for me. I kid you not. All right, how's that? Does that kind of look like a twirly little hair? A twirly hair. And then we just need one more. So I mean, I feel like this is a cheap solution. For now. Because they look too much alike, but and really the truth is, if you're gonna do something like this, what you really have to do is something like this. You really have to have a third one that is much smaller, or it just doesn't make sense. Okay. There we go. Fascinating. Oh look, they're actually supposed to flow backwards. I messed it up, but we're just gonna roll with it. There we go. Bum, bum. All right, everybody. All right, this has been the modeling of the Duck Boy. Jared, Miguel, Gary, everybody who stopped by, thank you so much for hanging out. We had a couple viewers on YouTube, a couple viewers on Facebook for this lunch modeling session. And what the heck, I'll take it. Later tonight on my Twitch channel, I will be streaming some Mario Maker 2. I've got a contest to judge. by Glorious Gamers. Should be a lot of fun. That being said, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll talk to you later.